how are you guys doing today? How's your WonderCon going?
It's been great. Having a blast.
Wonderful.
Great. Did you get any chance to, like walk around, see anything, or have you guys just been like running from interview to interview?
I did a quick look at the exhibition hall. I don't know about you, Barty, but I did get to walk right through the exhibition hall. It was super cool though because I got to wear glasses.
Aren't you wearing glasses right now?
Sunglasses. It was so weird. We had an escort and they were like, they can't know who you are. So I wore a hat and sunglasses that had never felt so more important in my life.
I made $2,440 selling photographs of the three of them.
So you have had by far the best day ever.
Yeah, I did. I had a really good day. And then
It's
I
a big
came back.
business. Photos of us.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
assuming you mean the three of us, right?
Yeah, three of you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's you know.
Naturally.
Yeah, no one wanted to buy them because they know they're bad.
Of course.
These are decent people.
That makes sense.
We got somebody else here.
What's going on, you guys?
Better late than never.
Hey, what are you guys
Better
doing
late
here?
than never. It's interesting because you guys, you make the show and you hope it gets a good response and you release it to the world. I'm wondering what it's like to see such a like concentrated reaction like this, to see it all like this is it. People like the show and they want to tell you about it right now.
I mean, it's awesome. This is what's the best thing about conventions. I mean, you get to just put all this fandom in one room. And, John, Josh, and me, we're huge Karate Kid fans. And to be in that room and see people who are not just fans of the original movie, but fans of Cobra Kai, and they're shouting out, Hawk and Miguel, and it just it gives us goosebumps. It's great.
I'm wondering what you took away from making season 1 that you wanted to bring into season 2, because I feel like season 1, the response was so immediate and gigantic. Did you take any of that, or did you have a plan that you kind of stuck to?
We've had a plan sort of from the beginning. We know where we want the show to end. The plan evolves over time. We're just continuing to do what we're doing, and we're thrilled with the reaction. I mean, it's blown us away that people have reacted as passionately as they have. So we're going to give them a lot more of what they want, and maybe a little bit of what they're not expecting, and certainly a lot more fighting. I'll tell you that.
Amazing. Well, let's talk about the fighting. I kind of want to hear from the people in front of the camera. Did you sort of prepare for that from season 1, or is there anything new for you that you were like, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off?
There are a couple of tidbits in season 1 and season 2 that were definitely hard to pull off. Like in season 2 especially, just the sheer fact that you're raising the stakes. Before even looking at any of the choreography, I knew that there were going to be parts that were going to be hard. But going into it, our wonderful stunt coordinator and trainer Hiro Koda and Janela Kerfman, they do such a great job at training us that there was never a moment where I was like, I can't do this. It was always like, even though I know that this is going to be hard, these guys are going to make it happen. And for that, I thank them.
Yeah. It's a lot of stretching.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In all things.
Yeah,
really.
lots and lots of stretching. So thanks to that, I'm able to, kick people in the face. So
Has there been any near misses, problems, pulling punches, anything like that?
Yeah.
They're all really hits.
Making this show is horrible.
It's all hits. What's that?
It sounds like making this show is horrible then.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. No, it's a lot of fighting, a lot of we're moving really fast too. We did the Karate Kid. We had 3 months to train to get ready for each of these fights. These fights, some of them are getting thrown together within the day before sometimes on the spot, and you have to be really stretched out, like the guys are saying. And we have amazing trainers keeping us in shape and ready for that. And some of these are really physical though. I mean, I think a lot of us get some bruises here and there.
Oh, yeah.
I walk around with a bruise on my arm. I think I pulled a groin. I had a mild concussion by tackling somebody on a mat, and very mild, I think.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but it's super exciting. A lot of action packed, and we're in great hands with Hito and Janelle. The trainers are amazing, and the stunt team that they pull around us too.
Oh, they're legit.
These guys are amazing martial artists and stuntmen. So it's awesome.
I want to talk about that from your perspective. I'm kind of curious how you make sure the fights aren't just fights. Like they're telling a story through the fights, and I'm wondering how you keep that.
Well, that's the thing. We never start an episode saying, okay, we're going to have this fight start things off in a way that then it's all about just the fight. The fight has to come at an inflection point for a character or a group of characters that it can only be solved by a fight, or they're resolving that with a fight. And at that point, if the fight has story stakes and it has character stakes, where you're bringing a level of emotion into that fight, whether you agree with both
parties, or you really want to see someone win and they lose, at least you know that the fight has stakes. Then we write the best we can for three guys who have never taken a karate class in our lives, and we talk extensively with Hito and Janelle in terms of how do you stage that fight in a way that is awesome, one-ups the fights we've done before, is true to the martial arts that either side might be learning, and 4 is achievable in the ridiculously short window of time we usually have to get that fight. But yeah, first and foremost, it really has to feel like if this were a conversation between these characters, the outcome would be the same. It really needs to feel like we went through this fight because they needed to say something, and sometimes saying something is with your foot or your fist.
I'm definitely wondering what the return of Kreese means for the show, and I'm wondering what it was like to step back into that role after all these years.
Well, I stepped back into that role because of them. You know, I mean, the conversation we had at a restaurant, and they said, we'd like you to come in episode 10, set up season 2. And I said, why can't I come in episode 6? You know, and they said, because you're going to set up season 2. And the comfort zone that we're in with this show is because of them. The 3 writers here, the producers, what they say, they mean. What happens in their perception really happens as actors working with people like that. The time elements involved, the complication of the characters, the evolution of the characters. It all really happens the way they tell you, the way they persuade you to believe that, and they're telling the truth. That's why I signed on. And I wanted an evolution of this character, and I've got it. And I want more. And
Just putting that out there now.
And
Let's go to another dinner.
yes. But in short and seriously, it's real. It's just, and it's rare in Hollywood you get that. I've been around a long time. It's rare that you get the truth with talent and more energy than you have to make it happen.
It's been, I mean, that's the thing that we were most looking forward to about season 2. All throughout season 1, we knew that we were gonna, bring Sensei Kreese back, and that he was gonna play a major role in the second season. And we know that for fans, this is just one of the most iconic villains of all time. There's not a lot of moments in the Karate Kid movies where you see the soft, lovable, side of Kreese. It's always, this threatening, foreboding presence. And that gave us a great place to really, take this character that we all love and learn more about that person in a way that's still going to keep everything that you like about Kreese there, but like kind of like with Johnny in the first season, make you look at the original movie, with new eyes.
And I'm wondering, and this goes for William too, in stepping into the role after all these years, are you thinking about it differently? Are there things, stepping into this character's mindset, are there things you definitely weren't thinking about the first time? Or is it sort of like you learned with the character after all these years?
I love that you gave me the mic. Thank you.
I'm not all that evil.
Not all that evil. For me, there was 2 pieces of the Karate Kid when I read the screenplay that I connected with Johnny. The first was the very opening scene where he's on the motorcycle and he says, "I'm an ex-degenerate. I have 1 year to make it work." And that was like, okay, so he's trying to make things work. And then the end when Kreese tells him to sweep the leg, he doesn't want to go in the ring. And then the third thing when he hands Daniel the trophy and says, "You're all right, LaRusso." So I saw kind of a goodness in him, and I saw a soul in Johnny Lawrence besides just being villain, the bad guy. I saw, he's been led astray, and he kind of wakes up at the end of the Karate Kid through the crane kick. In a way, Miyagi saves Johnny in a sense, and then Kreese chokes him out in the parking lots. Well, those and almost kills him. But that's the core of who Johnny is. He's trying to make it work, and he's a kind of a good sport, trying to be. But now here he is again. He's the same guy. He has the same soul. So stepping into that was very natural to do, but then the guys created his environment and his circumstances in a way that completely put him in a pressure cooker that was a lot of fun, and I had to work through. And he's on the bottom trying to make his way. He's still trying to make it work all these years later. So that's been thrilling and really natural. Plus, there's 30 years from the Karate Kid to now, And his life has a lot of things have happened along the way. And the one thing he really wants right now is his son. And his son wants nothing to do with him. And then he meets Miguel, who he helps and inadvertently kind of saves and becomes his sensei. And now this is all spawning off. And he's opened up the Pandora's box for him. He opened up the Cobra Kai, which is the snake that bit him. And I always said from the very beginning, like, why is he going back to Cobra Kai? You know, like, well, we're about to find out. You know, the head Kreese is back. So
If Daniel could just leave well enough alone,
if Daniel,
Johnny wouldn't have these problems.
Johnny
It's all
wouldn't have a
Daniel's
show,
fault.
but you wouldn't have a show.
That's right. Still can't
Let me help you out there. We'll have a show. We have a show. I mean, the bottom line is that the evolution of this character, which should have gotten an Emmy last year, you know, the evolution of that character is so interesting and creative. I would never have assumed over all these years, and we've always been playing with scripts, Billy and I, how to create Karate Kid, how to bring it back, be arrogant enough not to use our names because everybody knows who we are, you know. But we never got it together. And they got it together for us. And the two simple things that my character cares about. He cares about Johnny Lawrence as my son that I never had, and he cares about Cobra Kai. And I think what the audience needs to learn about this season is which one works, which one evolves, which one wins.
Amazing. And I feel like the show brought back a sort of like real earnest martial arts storytelling, which isn't something that you see a lot of. There used to be a lot more martial arts movies, martial arts TV shows. And I'm wondering what, and this is for all of you, I'm wondering what you think, you know, modern entertainment is missing without that genre being so prevalent.
The montage.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really it. I mean,
and that's it.
The thing that this generation needs badly is an awesome montage where a weak character learns to get stronger, faster, you know, by running up a hill or picking something up or sweating.
Yeah, there we are.
Getting a mohawk really helps.
I mean,
Yeah, I think mohawks were the thing that was really missing, and we
Mohawks and montages.
At the end of the day,
the two M's.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the two things.
Amazing. Well, I thank you guys so much for coming in, and I'm so excited for season 2, and congrats on everything.
Excited for people to check it out.
Thanks.
Thank
Yeah, it's
you.
April 24th. Thanks.